Nascar 09, the Nascar fan is back, and we're going to do a Brad Keslowski video. This was a request. It's been a request for a while. I wasn't able to get to it, but now let's show off all the Brad Keslowski crashes. You've been waiting for it. You've been wanting it. Here we go.
Great battle for second spot there. Boyer trying to hold off David Strimley, with the story up front is the 88 car coming out of turn 4. First time winner in 2008, Brad Keselowski.
Looks like Strimley gets second over Ruderman.
Well, it looks like Strimley got in the back of Boyer just a little bit, moved him off the racetrack out of second place. Another good run for Strimley.
In the history of nationwide racing, 52 races has this race been won from a starting spot outside the top 20. Folks, that 88 car tonight started in 37th position. White flag for Brad Keselowski, and he will drive it into the corner. Keselowski will come down and take the checkered flag as a two-time winner in 2008. What a job for the 24-year-old from Michigan.
You guys are awesome. Man,
We've got action
job
on for
today.
4 here. Sam Hornish getting in the back of the 38 car. Mike Bliss just sliding by them.
With 1 to go.
3 Chevys and 1 Ford, and it doesn't matter now. Your friends are where you find them. And from hanging out back, Carl Edwards.
I'll tell you, I don't know if they can catch them. What we've seen today, 2 cars get that big a lit run on them. I don't know that the 39 and the 88 can catch them.
They're in the draft of Edwards and Keselowski.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
Carl Edwards restarted 8th.
If that 09 can stay hooked to the back of that 99, it's going to be hard to get them. It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going?
Oh, no!
He turns him.
No!
No!
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No!
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off the engine.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back all day long. He played it smart. Had this race possibly won. Not now. Not sure where Carl's going. Maybe he thinks if he runs across the start-finish line, it'll count.
That's what he's got. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
He's like you know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did,
yes,
to
he
a
did.
standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby.
Don't you know, Larry, that James Finch is fit to be tied right now?
Finch owns this car. He bought it from Rick Hendrick and leased the engine. A whole Hendrick package.
Let's take a look, Mike. Carl Edwards, he opened it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is a hard lick right into the fence. I mean, that car, that looked like Bobby Allison did here in 1987.
The catch fence did its job, and the car did its job.
Thank goodness we have the new, much stronger, safer catch fences.
And Newman took a hard hit from Edwards as well. Look at just a car with the room left on the bottom.
What happened here is the 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up a little bit to block him, and 09 went right back to the bottom and clipped him.
You know, the move looked a lot like the one that Brian Vickers put on Jimmy Johnson when Vickers won.
Wow.
But what a hit.
Wow. That is 1987 all over again. Oh, my gosh. And did you see that? I believe it was Biffle that almost T-boned the 99. But watch. The 09's going to look to the outside where he already has. Carl went up to block him a little bit. Now he's going to come down to try to block him again. And you get one shot at it, but you don't get two. Watch this.
What a lick.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
You know, and looking very carefully at the catch fencing that held, and I did not see any debris go into the grandstand, and that certainly is
unbelievable.
It's very gratifying to see. Well,
I knew it was going to be wild. I didn't know it was going to be this wild.
Run here, the 3 back from him.
This is from Carl's onboard
Looking
camera.
inside, 09.
But Darrell, I want to ask you.
And from Dale Jr.
But Darrell, I want to ask you on air, because I did not see Brad Keselowski do anything wrong there.
No, it was a blocking move on Carl. The 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up to block that move, and when Carl came down, the 09 was there.
Another first-time winner at Talladega. Here's the cool-down lap. Dale Jr. and Brad Keselowski kind of getting together. Junior with a big fist pump, and whoa, Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski didn't see him up there.
Now everybody's going to say that Kyle Busch spun the winner out after the race, but I beg to pardon with you.
It'll be white flag next time by for Brad Keselowski.
Battle for second continues. We did not expect this kind of finish right here, boys.
Second place. Here goes Boyer on the inside of Logano. Can he get him? Less than half a lap to go. We told you strange things happen at the Monster Mile, and what a finish here at Dover, Delaware. Brad Keselowski comes out of 4 and will pick up his first win in 2009.
That's how we roll. You got to put yourself in position, man, and you guys did it for me. I appreciate it.
Holy cow.
Oh, man.
Locked that line, but right now, from what I've seen, he just got a faster car, about 1/10 of a second faster than Kyle Busch right now. White flag is out. Listen to the crowd. 7/8 of a mile to traverse for the 88 of Brad Keselowski. And who says you need practice? We're talking about practice, boys. Down the back straightaway the last time into turn number 3 with plenty of air to spare. The 88 of Brad Keselowski with his second win and an inaugural win at Iowa. What a big wing that was. Kyle Busch second, Jason Leffler third, Carl Edwards fourth, Kelly Byers fifth, Jason Keller up to 6th at the end, Kenny Wallace 7th, McDowell 8th, Lagacy 9th, and Stephen Light rounds out.
Keselowski, guys. Coming to the high side. Have this high
White
side
flag
right here.
White flag.
Keselowski's right where he needs to be.
We're 3 wide into turn 1. Holy cow. Vickers can't hold on right there. Keselowski's going to have the advantage off of turn 2.
It's all about momentum, and 32 can't hold on to it right now. It's just too loose.
Who's Kyle Busch going to fall in behind here?
The 32 is going to be a lot looser.
The 18 is going to the high side. I'm not sure he's got enough of a run. Look at the 32 with the power there. I don't think he can hang on once again. It looks like Keselowski's going to get the momentum off forward, guys.
And that's going to win him the race right there. It's a drag race down the line.
And Brad Keselowski's going to win it.
2 tires.
How about that move? Wow. All right, boys. My 2 tires, they did it.
All right, I owe you 100, buddy. 2
What a
tires.
great job.
Hey, wait a minute. I said 2-2.
Your eyes on the front 2 because of the dash for cash. Neither one is going to lift. Coming out of 4, pace car is in. And hold your breath because Brad slows him down and then gets on the gas, and he's first across the line. But Kyle is right there with him. But again, going into 1, it's a lot closer this time than the last. Leffler right behind, but again, Keselowski clears by turn 2.
Bring it around. I don't believe he has anything for him unless he misses his marks and gets the thing real loose. He's trying on the inside.
This time by, the white flag will be out. Brad Keselowski, 3/4 of a mile away from 75,000 big ones. Kyle Busch right behind him. Down the backstretch for the last time. Does Kyle have anything left that he can get underneath? They go into 3. Nobody else is going to contend for this. Hang on. Coming through 4. It is. Oh, and he turns him. He gets into him, but boy, he recovers and Keselowski wins.
Unbelievable. Held on to that thing. That 75 was almost going down the drain right then. But he
Now has the 27 as his partner and Scott Wimmer.
White flag.
White flag. Here we go. Harvick in front. Can he make NASCAR history and win both ends of a nationwide Sprint Cup doubleheader in one day?
He's going to have to fight them all from both sides right here. He's got cars coming each way. Here comes McMurray with a head of steam.
McMurray, oh, look out, little contact with a 32. McMurray says, hey, I was in front the last time. You took it away from me earlier today. He's going to try and take it away from him.
Oh, he's hung in the middle. Here comes Keselowski.
Got trouble now. Keselowski's got Logano on the hard side. Look out, they're going to go around.
McMurray.
Been behind.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish. And it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to get the race win.
Bring it here. Bring it here.
We will check with NASCAR officials because of where the field would be set when the yellow came out. Unofficially, it looks like Brad Keselowski has taken the win. And tough break for Kenny Wallace there.
Oh, it's good to see that right there.
That is Dennis Setzer as, boy, that car is torn up.
They got up in the catch fence. Catch fence did its job, though. Put the car right back on the track.
The word from NASCAR is they want to recheck the video and the scoring lines before they make the official word.
Make a U-turn. Come back around. Nice job, guys. Nice job.
That sounded like the captain, Roger Penske's voice. Brian Scott's car torn up.
Brendan Gaughan
torn up as well.
Yeah, they're actually having all these guys turn around on the backstretch and come back.
Yeah, because there is so much damage.
They don't want them running through the that accident scene up there. They want to give all of these workers plenty of room. They don't want race cars coming by this, so they're turning them around.
And you can see how much debris.
Wide to the outside of Keselowski. Greg Biffle.
Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. Maybe 4 wide.
Where did Biffle come from? And Keselowski through in the bottom.
Here we come into the white.
This is the last lap. Biffle leads that one. Keselowski to his inside. Carl Edwards going to be black flag for jumping that last restart.
Yeah, he passed before the start-finish line.
Side by side, final corners. Keselowski's going to squeeze out in front. He dominated, but boy, he had to sweat that one out. Brad Keselowski, back-to-back wins in the NASCAR Nationwide Series.
Unbelievable. I mean, back-to-back. This team is...
White flag waves for the leader. So we look at some of the action on the backstretch, and there's Keselowski. He's taken the white. On to the backstretch.
He stretched it out on Carl. He's run a great race tonight.
Brad
Keselowski.
Nothing out back. No threat.
Just solid all night. He was patient when he had to be, and he pushed the pedal when he needed to.
Brad Keselowski will win for the 3rd time in 2010. He takes the checkers at Nashville.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. Thanks
Carl
very much, Paul.
Edwards
Thanks very much,
brings it in
everybody on the
second.
team.
I'm not ready to give it to you. 2 miles to go, and oh, man, now he pushes him up a little.
Allgaier might could have an opening here if he sit back just a second.
Well, there's the gap if he can split the uprights. Kyle slides back up, slams the door shut. Down the backstretch.
Not quite. Looks like he left just enough room for Edwards.
Carl's got the position. Allgaier can't do anything about it. And here comes Brad Keselowski through turns 3 and 4. He makes it look easy on this last stretch as he comes down the front stretch.
Flag foundation, buddy. Nice job, guys. Congrats.
His 4th win of the season in the battle for second. Who's going to get it at the stripe? It's Edwards ahead of Kyle Busch, then Justin Allgaier, Paul Menard, and Joey Logano, your top 6. Then Trevor Bayne, Truex, Stenhouse, Malsom, and Scott, and on down through the field. Michael Annett comes home in 6th.
Allgaier running third.
Brad Keslowski's 1.5 miles away from winning his second race in the new car. Still got debris on that front of the grill again.
I think it's working for him, though. Give him some downforce, and he's going to cruise to victory here.
Not even a contest here late in the race. As he comes to the stripe, Brad Keslowski's going to get his 11th career win and 5th of the year. Truex will be 2nd, Allgaier 3rd, Logano 4th, Clint Boyer in 5th, Kyle Busch 6th, Sorensen,
They're coming to the white flag. The white flag waves. It's Keselowski and Bliss side by side as they go into turn 1 on the final lap.
It's 4 tires versus 2 tires right there. That's right. Keselowski's got 4 to Bliss's 2.
He'll clear him off the exit at 2 here.
Down the backstretch, Keselowski in the lead. Remember, in July, he had the lead coming off 4, and Carl Edwards took him out. Can Keselowski come back and win it and complete the job today?
Look what's going on behind these guys for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh, he's going to... Keselowski off turn 4. He's going to hold off Mike Bliss. Brad Keselowski wins at Gateway.
Unbelievable last lap. That's 3-1.
Made the move from the NNS series with Brad Keselowski this year. Paul Wolf never been to victory lane as a Sprint Cup Series crew chief.
White flag. Do you have enough fumes to get to the finish line?
Well, he's got enough lead. Doesn't have to worry about that.
3.5, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2.
Guy looks like
Earnhardt's coming.
He looks like he's crawling there. I swear he's not going very fast at all.
3 seconds.
If he can get in here, and if he can get this thing headed toward the start-finish line.
Half a lap, half a mile to go. 2.9.
You can coast from there. You can shut it off and coast.
2.8. Brad Keselowski survives and wins in Kansas.
We finally caught a break, Paul. Awesome call, man. Good job, guys.
Smart guy right there.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. second, 2.8 back. Denny Hamlin third. Their strategy paid off. Jeff Gordon.
The 6th.
0.7 over Kyle Busch. Justin Allgaier has come down pit road for fuel. He gives up 9th. Here comes the white flag lap. Can he make it 1.5 miles?
It's going to be a long
go. Hurry, shut off. 1 to 2. 3 seconds.
Did I hear him say we ran out? Somebody said it, but we're going to find out. The 22.
He's still pulling on the back straightaway.
He's still got power. And a 2.5 second lead as they head down into the final corners. What a great
Harvick's going to make it too.
Fuel strategy as Brad Keselowski is going to get the win, his 13th in nationwide series competition. Harvick comes home in 2nd. Busch from dead last to 3rd. And Casey Kane comes home in 4th position with the man who won 3 in a row. Side by side with the 18. Michael McDowell, his teammate. Here we come to the white flag. This race will be official.
I think Ricky Stanton.
Look out. Here goes Brian Scott heading for the wall, coming back up across the track.
Wow.
The race stays green for right now, down the backstretch, and it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to take this win. He's opened up the margin. So after Ricky Stenhouse dominated this race, leading 188 laps, here comes Brad Keselowski, leading 7 of them to take the win.
Good job, boys. Way to get that done, Brad. Awesome job.
James Buescher.
After Kyle Busch had to fight off Jimmy Johnson on a late restart, and the white flag is up. There's 1 lap to go.
Looks like Jimmy's going to get by Kurt Busch. Still side by side.
Boy, the position that this will put Brad Keselowski in. He's inside the top 20 with this, and then having 2 victories.
He's still got a long way to go, though. He's got to go through the tunnel turn and turn 3.
Yeah, but I like my chance with him. See Kurt Busch fighting back with Jimmy here. They touch coming down the back straightaway.
That could get ugly.
It's getting ugly.
It's getting ugly. Wow, that's a high-speed part of the racetrack to be doing that.
Maybe a crossover move coming right here.
Yep.
Or into the rear bumper, one of the 2. See Jimmy's car smoking.
Maybe he's got a little fender damage in on a tire. While up front, the story of this one is going to be the young man who came back from a terrible crash on Wednesday of this week and has gutted out a win at Pocono Raceway as Kyle Busch tries off the final corner. He'll come up one spot short. How about Brad Keslowski winning at Pocono?
Wow, that's impressive. See Kurt Busch able to hang on for that third spot over Jimmy Johnson.
And the rest of the finishers, both across the top of your screen as they are every week.
You said you wanted to earn one, not fuel mileage. One hell of a job.
Brad Keslowski 1 lap away from a win at Bristol. Truex and Gordon trying to chase him down. Do they get a break in traffic? Or does the Blue Deuce roll to Bristol's victory lane again? Gordon one more bid for second, but it's not going to be enough to catch Brad Keslowski. He wins at Thunder Valley. What a remarkable run in the summer of 2011 for the young man from Michigan. Truex able to hold off Gordon for second. Kenseth, one of the factors on the day, finishing sixth.
Scott, he's going to tie a career best. And here we go with the white flag lap. So it's not going to be that dramatic finish like we saw here in June when both Carl Edwards and Justin Allgaier ran out of fuel in the final lap. Instead, it's going to be cruise control for the 22 as Brad Keslowski's going to break that hex. Remember we told you at the beginning of the broadcast, no one has ever won from the first or second starting position. Well, Brad started second, and here he comes for the final time.
Still outside. All right, man. Hell of a job right there.
That wasn't the most exciting crew chief call.
I got to been happier than that.
It was like, okay, well, we had this one wrapped up. Yeah. And there you see Edwards and Scott, second and third. For Brad, it's his 15th career win. His last one came back at Indianapolis. Here comes the white flag, so 1.5 miles for Brad Keslowski. He has led 172 of 199 so far. Carl Edwards has done about everything you can ask, just not enough. There is Elliott Sadler still trying to hold off Paul Menard for third. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rounds out your top 5 right now here at Kansas. But what a day for Brad Keslowski. Fell back to 14th as a result of the pit stop as he comes across the line to take the checkered flag and win for the 16th time in the Nationwide Series. Edwards second, Sadler third, Menard fourth, Stenhouse Jr. is fifth. Coming to the line here, Danica Patrick in a battle with David Stremme. That is for 14th. It looks like Stremme is going to get it, and he does. Some mean momentum coming out of the corner. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go.
There's the white.
Through turns 1 and 2.
Oh, check this out. 3 wide.
And the 6 of Stenhouse rim riding. Here he is, trying to close the gap down the backstretch.
He's got to do it on the top side, I believe.
Can the champion do it? He fakes to the inside. Keslowski goes low. Stenhouse is going to run it high. Here they come through 3 and 4. He's got the run in here. Heading for the stripe. Who is going to win it? It's going to be Brad Keslowski as he takes the win from the pole. Our champion comes across second. Carl Edwards locks up the owner's title by finishing in third. And you guys talk
between Keslowski and the finish line.
White flag in the air. 1 to go.
Here clear. 5 back. Go ahead a minute. You're nervous. Don't worry. It's got plenty of fuel.
Dale Jr. off the pace. And here comes Brad Keslowski for Roger Penske. 5th career Sprint Cup victory in 93 starts. Keslowski wins the Food City 500.
Nice job, man. Great drive.
And Brian Vickers, in his return here in 2012, gets a top 5 finish, finishes 5th.
5-5-5.
Martin Truex led a Michael Waltrip Racing sweep of 3rd through 5th.
Back in there. Well, you don't want to lead on the last lap, but I'm not sure that that's going to work out the way Matt thought it was when this is the white flag lap.
Junior up the outside, somebody steaming. In that pair, it's Kyle Busch, Casey Kane.
And the problem, man, he's got no help. He's all by himself.
But think about Kyle Busch. He lost the race yesterday by leading coming back to the checkered flag.
And also think about the movement and trial here. Think about
It's a two-horse race. Clint Boyer's on Stanley Steamer. Up in turn number 3.
Hey, boys.
A car length apart, Kyle Busch from Keselowski.
It ain't over yet. Remember that start-finish line.
I don't think he's close enough, Darrell. I don't think he's close enough.
Brad Keselowski pulling away. It's all happening behind him, and Keselowski for the second time will go to victory lane in Talladega.
Wow. Out the race is over. If it sputters on fuel, Denny Hamlin is there. Final lap at Charlotte.
It's less than a second gap. If that 22 even stumbles, I think Denny Hamlin can get him. If it doesn't, no chance.
Under power to turn 3. The fuel's going to hold out, and the checkered flag and trophy will belong to Brad Keselowski and Penske Racing. Keselowski wins at Charlotte again.
Good work. And I walked all over you, but you won that race for us.
This was a place, if he would have been in the right position.
Points-wise, it doesn't matter.
Points-wise, it doesn't matter, but a W in the column would have put him in the chase.
Final lap for Brad Keselowski. Onto the back straightaway, trying to save fuel.
Tell me, please. Plenty of room, you can coast around.
And he's feeling good now.
Great job by Brad.
Brad Keselowski going to become the first driver to get the hat trick in 2012.
Come get this flag, we'll exchange it for another one, bud.
His
There you
third
go.
win of the year coming at Kentucky.
Great job, Paul. Great job, everybody. Hard work equals results. You all did it. I know it's a hell of a...
It was a second behind him. When Kevin got caught in the lap traffic, Keselowski made up the second and then some, and now leads at the white flag.
It's a fantastic run out of this team all day long. In fact, both Penske cars. Sam Horn is sitting there fourth. Brad leading, and a heartbreaker for Kevin Harvick.
Consolation for Kevin. New dad this week for the first time. Perspective on that. But he's going to have to settle for second in this race. Checker flag is waving, and Brad Keselowski is going to go to victory lane today in New Hampshire.
Good job, stand by, discount tire team. Hell yeah. Glad you could be here, LT. Thank you.
And the Nationwide Insurance Dash for Cash, $100,000.
This finishes up like this. Sam Morris's good run really gets him a lot closer to that championship battle.
You heard the call. 2.5 miles remaining for Brad Keselowski and a date with history. Tim Cindric on the box, president of Penske Racing. Out of turn 2. Down the long backstretch. Sam Hornish Jr., his teammate, 3 seconds behind. 2 more corners. And Brad Keselowski joins the list of Ray Haroon in open wheel, Jeff Gordon in Sprint Cup, Michael Schumacher in Formula One. He will become a first-time winner, the first winner of the NASCAR Nationwide Series inaugural event at Indianapolis.
Got your present over here. Come get it. A kit? Do I get a kit? Job, Jeremy, everybody. That's the way to persevere right there.
It's about one more lap till Miller time, Brad.
White flag is up. Brad Keselowski led the second most laps in this race. Jimmy Johnson started on pole and dominated much of the event. Brad, the guy who led the second most laps, but was trailing Jimmy Johnson heading into the final pit stops, and he made up a 1.1 second deficit to wrestle the lead away from the 5-time champ coming off the pit lane, and he's pulled away from there. 4th win of the season, chase win #1, Chicagoland to Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, great job, everybody. Great.
Him, will that factor in the Gordon's charge at the finish? 1 lap to go. Does the 2 have enough fuel to make it around this monster mile 1 more lap?
Still pulling.
They're going to play the strategy just right and get another win in 2012. Brad Keslowski wins at Dover.
Yeah! Great job. Unreal. Hell yeah! Great job, guys! Hell yeah! Good job down there, Paul, everybody. Great job, driver.
For the final lap at Richmond.
White flag, one more time
led
around.
the most laps tonight, but is running second by a few car lengths to Brad Keslowski. Kyle Busch has fallen to a distant third. The streak will stop here. He took advantage of a couple of late restarts, and he's going to take it all the way to victory lane. Brad Keslowski wins tonight at Richmond.
The sky has definitely opened up.
Yep. In fact, that is exactly what will happen. Sam Hornish Jr. will finish this race in 9th because the race is now official, and you are looking at the winner. Brad Keslowski will appear to be driving into victory lane as he climbs back in the car for his second career Nationwide Series win at Kentucky. His second win of the season. He won at Richmond.
Although look at Sam. He's closing on the 22 with 2 laps and soon to be 1 lap to go. White flag is out.
I don't see much reserve in Sam Hornish. And as much as I enjoy that, it doesn't always reward you with a championship. Sometimes you do have to pause and look at the big picture.
Well, Brad Keslowski makes it through turn 3 and 4 and is going to end an old hex. For the first time after having a pit road penalty, he's going to win a race in the Nationwide Series.
Awesome drive. Awesome drive. Great, great job. 4 guys. Way to never give up. A lot of adversity tonight, but you all played through it, so thank you very much. Great job, Discount Tire Team.
He has won his last 3 starts, his 3rd win of 2013 and 23rd of his nationwide career in his 198th career start.
Yeah,
got a little fire. Yeah. Meanwhile, 1 lap to go. The white flag is out, and it looks like Brad Keslowski is going to tie Sam Ard with his 4th win. And Sam Hornish going way wide. He is solidly in second place.
All clear, man. You're doing fine.
What an impressive streak by the Sprint Cup champion, the former Nationwide champion, and the driver behind that wheel of the 22.
How about the rest of these guys in the Nationwide Championship doing the job they needed to do with Hornish, Vickers, Regan Smith, Elliott Sadler all right there inside the top 5, taking advantage of Austin Dillon's struggles.
And everybody has tightened up on the championship lead. We'll update it once we get everybody across the line. But right now, all eyes focused on Brad Keslowski. As you can see, he can just keep it on track, and there's the gap back to second place, Sam Hornish. 1 more corner to go. Through turn number 7, it will be his 24th win in his 199th nationwide race and 4th in the row. Checker flag to Brad Keslowski. 2nd to Sam Hornish. And we're still waiting for Vickers.
Got to run this motor again, Brad. Got to run this motor again.
I told him that last week at Iowa. He still did burnouts. You see Vickers, Regan Smith, Elliott Sadler, Trevor Bayne, Sam Hornish Jr. as the white flag comes out for Brad Keslowski. Keslowski fell all the way back to 15th as now Brian Scott gets back to 2nd. Has a 1.6 second lead, half a lap to go. It's going to help him in the Owners' Championship, and it's going to be victory number 25.
Great job, everybody. 5 for Hurts. Great job. Lost right there. Never lost.
Yeah, what they're talking about, that car is undefeated.
Yeah, it's got to be heartbreak for Brian Scott. He led 239 of 250 laps, and he'll
found a way to overcome.
White flag right here.
And 1 lap from now, Keslowski could get his first win of this season. Truex on pit road on this last lap as Matt Kenseth fights for second with Casey Kane. The championship, they're going to play to a draw tonight here in Charlotte. And for the first time in a long time, a non-chaser is going to win a race. Brad Keslowski takes the checkered flag after a terrific late fight in Charlotte.
Finish here second tonight.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup race when Brad and Jimmy Johnson had that fantastic fight with a championship on the line. Now one lap away from victory today here in Texas.
Bring it home, Herb.
Looking for his 6th win in the last 8 races. His 26th overall in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and his first in this series at Texas Motor Speedway. Checkered flag for Penske Racing and Brad Keslowski.
Good job there, Cowboys. Hey, they are asking us to be efficient.
Final lap of the season is now. Keslowski leads. Hornish is 8th. Dillon is 11th. Hornish would have to pass 4, make it 3 cars, or Dillon lose 3 spots in half a lap. Brad Keslowski is going to win the race 11th to 1st on a late charge. And coming to the checkered flag, the NASCAR Nationwide Series champion is going to be Austin Dillon.
Yeah, this is a big mess in front of Keselowski.
Coming to the white flag. And look at this.
It might sort out for him.
Half a lap to go. 44 is Blake Cook. 24 is Ryan Ellis. The lead cars will clear them. Checkered flag in the air. He's going to hang on. Brad Keselowski is going to win at Las Vegas.
Hell of a job, brother. Way to hang in there, man. Hell of a job.
And the white flag will be waving with Keselowski half a second behind. All right, which lane? Junior up high, Keselowski middle.
But
down low.
he knows he keeps getting that good run on the high side off of 2.
But Keselowski closes.
He's out.
He's got the lap, and Junior is out of gas.
3/4 of a lap. You're out.
Oh.
It's back running though. It's back running. It's probably not. It's going to keep surging on him.
Yep. And Brad Keselowski comes off the corner. Hole in one for the captain. Checkered flag for Keselowski.
Wow.
What a weekend.
Wow. Dale Earnhardt Jr. did have enough to make it back into the second.
And Earnhardt now has 3.
But he's absolutely running this thing wide open around the racetrack to keep up the momentum to keep plugging along.
Final lap for Brad Keselowski. Started on the pole, 6th time in his career, but he has never won from the pole in his Sprint Cup career. When Brad won here in 2012, he led 68 laps. Tonight, he simply took him behind the woodshed, leading 199 of 267. Brad Keselowski wins it at Kentucky.
Hell yeah, guys. This feels like championship form to me. Keep doing this.
That's exactly, he's right. Like
That's
I
what
said,
it looked like.
These guys, they keep putting these finishes together, and they're in a good spot to win this championship.
Kane did get around Logano, but Logano, despite the...
It's also, that would put him outside of that being part of the Dash for Cash next week.
White flag, 1 lap to go for Brad Keslowski. Now this 22 team has, as we stated earlier in the race, been in position and a contender for every single race. It was just a couple of weeks ago in Kentucky that Keslowski just dominated, but had a pit road speeding penalty that put him back in the pack and cost him a chance to win. No such hiccups today. He's going to wind up leading the most laps from pole position and scoring his 29th career win in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Checkered flag, Brad Keslowski.
Great job. Thank you.
Green flag goes back in the air.
Oh,
There goes
Harvick's out of
Brad
fuel.
Keslowski. 4 pulls out of line.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, the 4 and the 18 of Kyle Busch were the 2 that were right
Yeah, and
there.
Kyle Busch is sitting second, so when he runs out of fuel, it's going to be a mess if he runs
3
out.
wide off of turn 2. So far, so good for Brad Keslowski on the restart. He's dominated this race. Now he tries to finish the deal. Sees the white flag, and the next one will end it. It would be the 4th straight win for Ford this season. They haven't won 4 in a row since all the way back in 2001.
I don't know how they're not wrecking behind them right now.
And 2 of those victories going to belong to Brad Keslowski. He dominates
Thank you
again.
for services. Thank you very much, Paul. You're spoiling me.
First career win for Brad Keslowski here at New Hampshire. As he always does, celebrate with the American flag.
White flag this time by. 1 lap to go for Brad Keslowski. Can Trevor Bayne make it through? Hornish still stuck in 4th. Doesn't look like there's enough time, Ricky.
No, but Sam will get to the back of these cars going into 3.
Look at the guys in front of him. McDowell loose again underneath Trevor Bayne. He's going to make the pass, but here comes Hornish.
We're going to be 3 wide here.
So 3 wide to decide second. Brad Keslowski is all alone in 1st. And from Pocono to Iowa, Brad Keslowski will win.
Mission accomplished here, guys. Nice job. Thank you, everybody. Tremendous job for this team. I mean that. Thank you.
Keselowski through turn 4. White flag for the 19.
Bubba got a little bit loose off of turn 4. Cost him another couple truck lengths.
Down the backstretch, Keselowski into 3.
He's going to do it, Steve.
Off of turn 4, Brad Keselowski will win for the first time in the Camping World Truck Series.
Did it, boy. You did it. Thank you, everybody. Way to bounce back from last week.
So Brad Keselowski holds off Bubba Wallace.
This is as dominant as I've seen here. Just amazing. It takes me back to probably when Jeff Burton won at New Hampshire with leading all the laps up there.
Well, this is actually the greatest percentage of laps led in a race since that win from Burton at New Hampshire. Final half a lap for Brad Keselowski. He will have led 383 of 400 laps, becomes the leading winner of this season. 4th victory of the year for Brad Keselowski. He'll be the #1 seed in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup.
Bound for this crew team after having to come back for a loose lug nut.
And we're in the final lap. A lot of folks talked about Hendrick versus Penske for this championship, the speed and the number of wins that those 2 teams have amassed this season. Here's the driver and team that won the most races in the 26 to get into the chase, coming to win the opener of the championship. Just as he did in the year he won the title, Brad Keselowski wins at Chicagoland.
His teammate blowing up at the checker flag, but he's going to finish 4th.
That's where the piece that I saw of trash wound up lodged. We just didn't have a chance to go back and look at it with all the great racing.
Good job there, bud. Great job. We love you guys.
I don't think he's willing to stop till he makes sure that was the
Making
checkered
sure.
flag.
Yeah, that's right. How about focused?
It worked out. Didn't have to make another 60-lap run.
And the white flag's up. Final lap of the race. Lap car, then first, second, and third in your picture. Kevin Swindell gives way.
Another corner will be fine.
They're going to race for second. Here comes your winner, Brad Keslowski. Kenseth cannot get enough of a run to the inside, and Kyle Busch will hang on to the number 2 spot. Nationwide Series win number 31 for Brad Keslowski tonight at Charlotte.
Fight all day. They didn't have it this one. They earned it. Great job on pit road. Great job with the adjustments, Jeremy. Thank you everybody for the fast car.
Mike Logano timed that pretty perfectly to be right on the bumper of the 2.
Oh, trouble, Trevor Bayne.
He's going to save it.
Looked like maybe off the nose of Jimmy Johnson. We stay under green. But for how long? Keselowski's clear of Newman. Now Kevin Harvick makes a run to the outside lane. Matt Kenseth was pushing him. Logano to block.
Just left his teammate out there all alone, though.
To the white flag. Ryan Newman to the outside of Keselowski. Newman leads at that line. Who leads at the next one?
But you got to get back to the front because a caution can happen and you can be out of luck. Keselowski really doesn't have the help that he's going to need to win this race.
And he must win it.
But he's in good shape now because Newman has no push.
Here comes Landon Castle behind Matt Kenseth, behind Brad Keselowski.
But watch Kenseth, he can still make a move.
Landon Castle to the outside, tri-oval, sprint to the checkered flag. Who wins? Brad Keselowski wins it at Talladega.
Yeah!
Big setting up for Homestead next week also. Here we go. 2 laps left at Phoenix.
Great.
Keselowski making a run at him. If he could get to the back bumper, this could get exciting.
Coming to the white flag. And we're in the last lap of Phoenix. Keselowski with a run to the inside for the race lead.
How did he do that?
Half a lap to go.
Not over yet here.
Dylan Kwasniewski up out of the groove in 1 and 2. We stay under green. Final corners. Kyle Busch dominated. Brad Keselowski's going to steal a win at Phoenix, and Chase Elliott is going to become the NASCAR Nationwide Series champion for 2014.
Are you kidding me? Yes! Awesome job, man. Thank you guys so much. Honestly.
Green flag, second chance at a green-white checker finish.
Boy, oh boy, Paul Menard is pushing that 41 car right out to the lead. Car's got to go, man. You got to go.
Well, Keselowski way on the outside against Menard and Gordon.
Keselowski's got a nice run off too. Got off the high line there. Got a good straightaway speed.
And Brad Keselowski and that 2, Paul Wolf, they got 4 fresh tires the last trip to pit road.
Downstairs against Harvick, trying to take over second. And that battle might be just what Kurt Busch needs out front.
No, it isn't, because that 2 car is going to eat his lunch. Here he comes, baby.
1 to go. Next flag ends the race. And here it is, front straightaway. Greg Biffle crashes with the white flag out. Now here come the leaders. Biffle sitting in the middle of the racetrack. The yellow has not yet flown.
Even if it does right now, the 2 is out front, and he is driving away from Kurt Busch in the 41 and Kevin Harvick in the 4.
And Biffle is driving away.
Let him race.
Finish this under green.
Let him race. Here they come.
Boy, Kurt Busch made a run. It's not going to work there.
He got right to the back bumper of Keselowski. Bad Brad wins in California.
And guess who finished second? 4 got second.
Keselowski, Harvick, Busch, Menard, Newman, the top 5.
Newman?
That was a big surprise.
I don't even know what to say right now.
Coming out onto the front stretch, this time by. White flag will go in the air one more time around Kentucky. Eric Jones trying everything he can, giving it his all. Through 1 and 2, he closes the gap. Down the backstretch they go. Coming up on slower lap traffic. Eric Jones to the bottom. Can he get to the quarter panel?
One back bottom.
Through 3 and 4. Keselowski out front. Jones running second. He bobbles. Keselowski will win in Kentucky.
Guys, great effort today. Sorry I let you down on that last restart. Nice recovery. Good job, everybody. Thank you.
Keselowski not only fighting for the win here, but also points for the Owners' Championship.
One more lap, man. White flag. One more.
White flag in the air. Brad Keselowski looking for his 34th win in the Xfinity Series. A former champion of this series, also a champion in the Cup Series. Brad Keselowski. After coming in and starting this race on the front row, Austin Dillon was on the pole. He started second. And Brad Keselowski completing the pass to take over the lead from Austin Dillon as he comes through the quad oval. Keselowski will win in Texas. Harvick holding on for second.
They want us to be efficient getting to victory lane because we're running so late.
Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, and Ty Dillon rounding out the top 5.
White flag.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
You see Brad Keselowski navigating through lap traffic. Clean track ahead.
Here comes Logano. He's going to make a pass on the 18 going into turn 3 if he can make it stick.
Brad Keselowski off turn number 4 for his 18th Sprint Cup win. Keselowski to the checker, down on the apron. It's Logano second. Johnson third by inches over Kyle Busch.
Coming to the white flag to get a run. I'm going to imagine the 18's going to back up.
Don't forget that 35 car. David Gillen running.
Don't forget
third.
the 3 car.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Holy smoly.
Bain to the bottom, trying to get something going. No help.
Kurt Busch just had a big moment, lost a lot of momentum.
He's going up high.
Chase Elliott to the middle.
He's going to get a run here. Here comes a 3 car going to try to give the 18
Chase Elliott breaks out of the pack up to 4th place.
Yeah, but he didn't get clear. He needed to get up in front of that 1 car. I just don't think anybody's going to be able to get enough momentum to get a big enough push to get by this 2. This is the best thing going to happen to him, is them getting side by side behind him.
Just remember where the start-finish line is.
That's right. It's not in the middle of the tri-oval. Keselowski.
Big run coming from the 18. Oh, the 3 stepped out.
Dillon. Kyle Busch and Dillon saw trouble. Car hard in the wall. 2 of them. Keselowski to the line. Caution had waved with Keselowski the leader, and crashing are Harvick, Allmendinger, Stenhouse, Truex, Labonte, and everybody else.
Good job today, Brad. That was you, man. Managing that.
I don't know how to explain this. I've never seen anything like this ever.
Bumper cars I've never 200 miles per hour.
I don't know how to explain it.
Similar to yesterday, caution flies in the last 1,000 feet of the race. The field is frozen at
start. Into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps of racing to go.
This is what's going to happen. Joey Degano did a great job of pushing the 2 car. Now the 41 has to side draft the 22 to stop that momentum. That's the best thing Keselowski can see. Like I said, I don't like those 42 on the bottom.
They're getting crazy. We're in overtime, sponsored by Credit One. 3 wide as they come out of turn 2. They've got to get to the overtime line. They will. This will be an official restart. Brad Keselowski out in front. Kurt Busch right in his tire tracks. 3 wide behind them. Coming back to the start-finish line. Looking for the white flag. One more time around. Brad Keselowski out front. Kurt Busch running second. A big run by Kyle Busch on the outside. Here comes Kyle. Kyle in the 18. He has help from Trevor Bayne in the 6 behind him.
18-6 up top, soft behind the 41.
2 by 2 behind Brad Keselowski. The final time down the backstretch. Joey Logano trying to make the inside line work. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of turn 4. They'll see the finish line. Brad Keselowski out front. Around goes Kurt Busch. Keselowski's going to hang on. Keselowski wins at Daytona.
Thank you, guys. Great team effort today. Very proud. Thank you.
Kurt Busch slides across the finish line.
Really strong.
Brad Keselowski had never won at Daytona before. Penske getting their 100th Cup win in this, the 50th anniversary. And the team starts to celebrate.
It's very simple. 5 laps, 9 seconds. That's the advantage that Brad Keselowski has over Carl Edwards. He has to manage his fuel.
Save.
You hear it there, save. But did they wait too long, Jeff? Can you save enough in the last 5 or 6 laps of the run?
Battle for the win. Brad Keselowski, does he have enough fuel to get through 3 and 4 into the finish line? Coming out of turn 4. He's going to have enough.
It's a
Brad Keselowski will win.
I got to give credit where credit is due. Brad did a really good job. I mean, he played that perfectly. That was really frustrating.
Brad Keselowski wins the ultimate game of playing possum, but he managed to milk that car to the finish with just enough fuel to win.
Matt Kenseth and Newman going at it.
But for Brad Keselowski, the white flag waves. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Back straightaway, pulling down on Danica Patrick. Clear sailing to the line. And in his 275th start, Brad Keselowski, Miller Lite Team, Penske, and Ford will go to victory lane at Martinsville. 8th place, right side of the screen, right down to the wire. Newman prevails over Kenseth. It's Brad's 5th.
The white flag waves as we have 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And boy, do we have a race.
Brad drove it in there hard, trying to get him loosened up.
See, Larson did a good job of maintaining control
of
his car.
Under
He's got him. And this is where it's going to get big. He's going to pull back Brad.
Here comes Allgaier on the outside.
Dragging you hard, right corner. Start getting up. Clear by 1.
What a move.
Clear by 1, 2.
And that was about as well timed of a pass as you will ever see. Brad Keslowski took the fastest car and just made an absolutely great pass with it.
Yeah, he just put the pressure on him. He took the air off the back car. He didn't hit him, but he did textbook pass right there. Took the air off of him, got him loose, moved him up the track, went on to win the race. Great job.
Brad Keslowski wins his 35th race, and most importantly, ends the 46-race losing streak for the 22.
Congratulations, man. Great job. Thank you.
It has been a perfect setup for Brad Keslowski. Didn't have the short run, but it didn't matter. When you have the longest run of the night come at the last lap, Brad Keslowski will win at Richmond. Kyle Busch sideways across the start-finish line, finishing second. Coming up on 1 lap to go. Ryan Newman has the lead. Can he hang on to it? 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Logano ducking in front of the 88. Now way up the racetrack they go. Diving to the bottom. Dale Earnhardt Jr. one last time down the Talladega Superstretch. Newman has a car length in front of Keselowski. As they come into 3 and 4 for the final time, Keselowski on the high side, trying to take the lead away. Side by side as they exit 4. The tricky triangle they're about to come through. Contact made. Keselowski still in front. Through the triangle they go. Keselowski's going to win at Talladega.
You just won the race. Can't believe I saved that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Brad, great job today, man.
You know, that team's overcome a lot today from, you know, almost getting in trouble in 1 and 2, from speeding on pit road, coming from the back. Great strategy by Brian Wilson, and congrats to that whole Fitzgerald team for bringing home the checkered. And Brad, you know, you can't forget him for driving the thing.
Great comeback. Brad Keselowski speeding penalty to victory lane. He wins it at Phoenix.
You too, man. Really good job there. Pit crew, road crew, everybody. Really, really nice work.
Turn 2 to grab third away from Dillon.
Crash. Down the back straightaway. No caution yet. There it is. Keselowski is leading.
Wrecking down the backstretch.
And Brad going to win for the second time in 2018 here at Charlotte.
It was a great race. Exciting. A lot of fun.
Got one sitting low, still on the track on the backstretch. He's moving. Should be all gone when you get there. Yep, 22 to victory lane. Good job, man.
Custer was making up some ground.
Way to go. Congrats, everyone. Thank you very much.
What about the spotter, Jefferson?
Really nice work out there, man. Way to fight. That was a heck of a day, up and down. Way to stay with us there, buddy.
When Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick got into each other, Brad Keselowski jumped on that opportunity, and now he has an opportunity to win at one of the biggest stages in racing. He will win at Darlington. Brad Keselowski.
Hell of a job, buddy. That was incredible. Really, really nice work. No burnouts, please. No burnouts.
One lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
You may as well sweep the weekend. If you're going to do it, just take both of them.
That's right. Last year, swept by Denny Hamlin. This year, could be swept by Brad Keselowski. 24 career wins. Looking for career win 25. A Cup champion, but so far the trophy case is empty when it comes to a crown jewel race. Brad Keselowski, with help of his pit crew, wins the race off pit road and will win the 69th Southern 500.
Yeah! For Southern 500 champion.
There,
The question is, where can he make the move? He is the closest he's been. Hamlin slides up. Keselowski to the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side for the lead here in Indy.
They touch down the back straightaway, side drafting. Denny Hamlin back to the quarter pound of 2. What's going to happen down here in turn 3? Denny Hamlin with the position, dives down in the corner, but Brad is still there. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Brad Keselowski, they touch again.
Watch Eric Jones coming off turn 4. These guys are going to get slow side by side. Keselowski with the spot. But can Eric Jones get a run and get by Hamlin on the front straightaway?
Brad Keselowski takes the lead. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Eric Jones up to second. Keselowski, Jones 1 and 2. Hamlin falls back to third.
Holy cow, what a great last handful of laps we've had at Indianapolis. It's about to be the captain and Keselowski getting ready to drive into victory lane at the Brickyard. Keselowski is gone off 2.
Roger Penske has never won the Brickyard 400. 2 more corners, and Brad Keselowski is going to bring that gift to the boss man. Here he comes down in turn 3. A big lead on Eric Jones, who is a surprise second-place finish.
And not only a Brickyard 400 win, but think about the 2-car. They were pretty much unheard of in the regular season. 2 wins in a row now coming to the playoffs.
2 crown joyals. Last week, it was the Southern 500. This week, the Brickyard 400 for Keselowski.
Hell yeah, 2 marquees in a row. Are you kidding me?
That is unbelievable. Thank you, everybody.
Not a good start for Joey. What's Truex going to do here?
He's pushing the 2. Now he moves to the outside.
But the side draft from Joey slowed him down a little bit. And that clears Keselowski.
How about Larson on the bottom? Keselowski looks to be in great shape right here.
Down the backstretch they go. Keselowski way out in front. An 8-car length lead already.
5 back in line.
Larson all the way to the top of the racetrack. And now, one more time around. The final lap in Vegas.
And how about Almirola back there underneath Blaney for 5th?
Keselowski trying to keep the momentum up. He won the Southern 500 2 weeks ago. Last week, he wins the Brickyard 400. And now, he's going to be able to punch his ticket into round 2. Coming out of turn 4, Keselowski wins 3 in a row. He'll win at Vegas.
Great job, everybody. Heck yeah.
We wondered who would win the 500th race for Team Penske. It has been decided. 2 to go.
Throttle input there, 3 and 4. 2 to go here at the line.
And here he comes. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
I just really believe Keselowski's feeling some vibration or something in that right front that's forced him to back off. He goes to the low groove there through 1 and 2. That's going to get a big run off the top for the 19 of Truex.
Yeah, he should be side by side getting into 3 here. Pretty close. 19 is there.
2 car lengths.
Keselowski's going to have to drive a defensive line now.
Coming to the white flag. That'll be 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Oh, man, what a battle.
Last lap at Atlanta. 3 car lengths is the difference.
Which way will he go? Which way will he go? Does he go
that
high?
time, that lap, Keselowski was faster. He goes back to the top in turn 2.
What? I love what Brad Keselowski did right there. He went to the bottom the lap before, went to the top this time. Truex really didn't know which lane to pick down in 1 and 2.
And that was the problem. He didn't know if he's going to go high or go low, and it took his line away.
There have been 4 last lap passes at Atlanta. Turn 4. For the final time, Brad Keselowski is going to win the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500.
Nice job, guys.
How to manage a lead.
Here at the end of the race.
Coming to the white flag, 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. 3 car lengths the difference.
If he can close on him here off of turn 2, he can maybe get close enough to him. I don't know if he's quite close enough to him to get to his rear bumper.
Took a big wide entry into turn 1, drops right down to the curb and gets within a car length, but Keselowski powers off 4, and Brad Keselowski wins the STP 500. 4/10 up on Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch 3rd, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin.
Oh, great restart by Brad Keslowski.
Yes, sir.
Well, they were only 3 wide.
Well, wait till they get to the third turn. That's where it gets. I can't believe the way it looks when they get to the third turn.
Jones with a run.
All right, I'd have lost that bet. They made it through 1 and 2.
They're in that third turn, and there they all are, all wadded up.
3 wide for fourth.
Yeah,
Double file for second.
I think as long as these guys are side by side, I just don't think they can get a big enough run. Somebody's going to have
Boyer.
to. Oh,
Boyer almost drilled Eric Jones.
Yes, he did. I mean, he had Jones in his sights and let him go.
Now Jones with the run off the top.
Keselowski is loving this. When he looks in his mirror and those guys are side by side.
Yeah, they're side by side, side drafting. That's just opening up the door for the 2-car to do about whatever he wants. If they could get single file, maybe, but just
too late, baby.
Not going to happen.
Brad Keselowski for Team Penske wins in Kansas. Bowman second for the 3rd race in a row.
Guys, wait, never give up. Still outside, big push.
Overtime sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Still there. Still there, bumper. You are clear. You are clear. Side by 1.
Oh, moment for Austin Dillon.
By 2.
No.
Clear off the top by 2.
No issue though. Nice and clean.
Drafted 2. Climbing with you. 1 3/4. Big R.
Tyler Reddick in 4th. Challenging Ryan Blaney.
Oh, I saw Bowman, I think, almost get into Kyle Busch, but keeps it going.
And 2 champions to settle it out here.
Leader sees the white flag.
Next flag ends the race. Keselowski, Johnson. Backstretch, final
He's got
time.
a pretty good run on Keselowski here. I don't know if he's close enough. Brad Keselowski.
Off turn 4 into the checkered flag. Michigan's Brad Keselowski wins NASCAR's longest ever race.
Hell of a job.
Can Chase get the drive off the high side that Hamlin did? He did that time.
Now what do you do? Now Chase is going to go the high line. As Logano goes to the bottom, he's going to get clear almost. They might make contact here.
Almost, but not quite. Is Logano faster in the bottom than Chase is up top?
Oh, yes, he is. He's going to get that lead.
But can he keep it? 3 to go.
Wow, what a battle here. They touch.
Little bump and run there from Chase Elliott.
Oh.
They're up and in the wall. Here comes Keselowski.
Wow.
And Kyle Busch. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, Chase just sent it in there and got
Boyer for second from nowhere. Johnson third, Kyle Busch fourth, Eric Jones fifth. White flag, 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, only at Bristol.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Those tires working for Keselowski and those leaders.
He's going to steal another one.
Yeah, he is.
2 Sundays in a row.
Great job.
Brad Keselowski wins Bristol. Can you believe it?
Can't say I saw that one coming, Mike.
Brad Keselowski coming out of turn number 4. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. One more time around. Does he have enough fuel? Brad Keselowski. It has been the Brad and Denny show all day. Keselowski has led 183 laps, looking to lead his 184th lap. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. And this will be career win number 33 for Brad Keselowski. He's going to win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
That's for Jeremy. Thank you.
Sliding out of 4, Harvick.
He was able to get by Matt DiBenedetto, but not able to get the 22. Here's the battle for 10th.
William got by Jimmy Johnson late.
How about Tyler Reddick, 10th position.
Great job up there, bud. Yes, sir.
That 33rd win for Brad.
Flag 1 more, 2.6. He won't get to you.
One more time around, you heard it. He won't get to you. 2.6 seconds, the difference between Keselowski And Martin Truex Jr. mentioned earlier, it was all the way back in 2014. 6 years ago, the last time Brad Keselowski won at Richmond. This one takes him all the way to the round of 12. He wins again at Richmond.
Man, that's awesome. Set out with a goal, we got it.
You can certainly see what happens if you jump out of line too quick. Harrison Burton went straight to the bottom, or to the back.
And those guys in that outside lane are trying to get 3 wide, still trying to get 3 and 4 wide. What lane do you pick, Matty D? I know it's a tough call because that 12 is to your outside.
He's got help from Keselowski.
Oh,
they are linked up tightly. And what happened to Harvick?
Don't get out too far here.
He broke away from that 12 car. Yeah, if you're Matty D, you don't want to get too far up front, but you hope those guys stay side by side behind you as you take the white flag.
That's what he wants to see right now. 4 wide through the tri-oval mid-pack. White flag in the air. Next flag in the race.
Oh, no, Matty D
gave
went
up on
high.
his plan. Now you got Brad Keselowski's got the heck of a push on the back of him.
The man with the plan, Brad Keselowski, has Michael McDowell in tow, and then Kevin Harvick.
Here comes a big run from the 8. Tyler Reddick's. Oh, but he's not going to push the 12 there. That's going to do it for Brad Keselowski on that inside lane. I'm not saying he's got the win. Now the 34 and the 4 got to get lined up. Look at Eric Jones.
Mile and a half to go.
We talked about right there.
That Jones boy up into 4th.
Kevin Harvick with a run.
Chris Buescher back there. He's wrecking. He's in the wall.
Big run.
17 in the wall, but here they come.
What's McDowell going to do?
Down to the finish. One car turned in the fence. Keselowski, the leader. To the outside comes McDowell, and Brad Keselowski wins Talladega as one car goes sliding, spinning, and slamming into the inside wall.
Man, that was wild. Looks like a left rear tire went down on Eric Jones. Big impact with the left front of Chastain into that safer barrier past the start-finish line.
Everybody, especially you, Coleman, did a hell of a job right here.
Sent it, boys.
Well, I think what he did was he anticipated clearing him. I think he sent it in there to do a slide job and then was a little bit short. So, you know, you see Buescher down the racetrack right here, and Reddick's like, I got to go, and tries to dive it in there. And I think he wanted to slide up in front of him. But you see Buescher bounce off the wall, and he knew he needed to pinch him, just like Brad Keselowski pinched him earlier.
The reason he bounced off the wall, he throttled back up, tried to stay in position, knowing he had to hit the wall. Man, both cars have right rear flats. Unbelievable. Laid it right back in Brad Keselowski's hands. 110 races it's been since he's last won.
Remember when the stat guys told us the Stage 2 winner with this next-gen car had never finished better than 25th here? It bit Reddick.
Yes.
It did. Stat guys ruled. Matt McCall, Brad Keselowski. I think all of that was set up by how hard Brad Keselowski ran the 45 on that last restart.
Well, I think it. Look, the 6 and the 45, they got together and made that same mistake, and they got away with it without having flat tires. And then you see, the 17 and the 45 make contact, and they both wound up with flat right rear tires. So, the 6 and the 45 got lucky, but it worked out for Brad.
Now, more bad news for Tyler Reddick. You have to have all 4 tires completely inside the commit box to have a legal pit stop. He did not. So commitment line violation, had to do a pass-through penalty.
Well, we were watching it as he pitted there, and it looked close out the window. Yep. Unfortunately, he didn't.
You could hear yesterday after qualifying Brad Keselowski's just unbridled desire to win and know how close they are. And it's all paid off right here today.
Well, the thing that I love about Brad Keselowski is he went to RFK and said, I'm going to turn this place around. And he is that type of leader and person and has made this company better. He spent so much time working on making the company right, and he hasn't been to victory lane, but he's been fast enough to.
Don't give him this win yet. This Gibbs is coming. Ty Gibbs is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
The last lap, Gibbs was 3/10 faster. He's 3/4 of a second behind with 3 to go.
Well, I'm bad at math, Mike.
Bringing around here to 2 to go. You know that kid's giving it his all.
Ty Gibbs trying to become the first-time winner at Darlington since Regan Smith.
Clean track ahead, no lap traffic. Stay out of this fence. Get you a good, solid, comfortable lap. This is a huge win. 5 times a bridesmaid, 110 races. Got to get around here to be official.
This last lap is a lap Brad Keslowski's been waiting 3 years to run.
And you're right. He came over here, big gamble. Put it on his shoulders and did it. Left a championship contending team and organization.
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Well, Brad Keslowski is 4 corners away from getting back into victory lane. He has done a fantastic job. We knew that this was a style of racetrack, and we knew he had a good car yesterday. Qualified well, and that put him in position to do exactly what he's done today.
RFK, they're here. They're back. Both of those cars were a factor, and it's Brad Keselowski. So happy for this guy.
3 years of trying. Since Talladega, April 21, Brad Keselowski wins the Goodyear 400. 36th career win.
Ford's first win, too, by the way.
Well, they have definitely made a whole bunch of ground from where they were 10 weeks ago.
Appreciate it. Hell of an effort today. A lot of drama at the end. Way to get through it, TJ. Appreciate your help. Love to have me an American flag down there if you got one.
Anyways, I hope that you had a fun video here today. And we'll see you next time for another Chase Elliott review. This is a production of 09 NASCAR Fan. Signing off.